Hello, Professor Richardson. My name is Abdul Karim, and I am student from the Information and Cybersecurity Department at ITU. Currently, this is my second trimester, Spring 2020, and I recently attended an event which was talking security, confidential computing, protecting applications and data in public cloud. So, moving on with my presentation. So, this event was held online, Cisco WebEx, due to COVID shelter in place, hosted by Ozgan Topgul from Fortinet. And the speakers of this event were Nehal Bandi from Photonics Inc. and Vikas Bhatia, who is currently the head of product for Azure Confidential Computing at Microsoft. So here is a brief slide which presents the organization, the meetup group which was organizing this event. Now to moving on to the presentation, let's first talk about what this event was about, what were the innovations and what is the primary agenda of this event. So this event primarily focused on recent advancements in cybersecurity industries that involve using secure hardware system to prevent hackers from accessing data in memory during computation. Until now, the technology advancements and trends have so far helped in data, helped in protecting the data which is at rest, as well as help in protecting data while it's in transit, while it is in motion. But so far, there hasn't been a major dramatic change in how to protect the data while it is being used, because the data while it's being used was still vulnerable, because hackers could have access to that memory area in the RAM while data is being processed on, and that would serve as a portal for data breaches. A couple of examples were like the incident at Life Labs and Anthem, a well-known insurance provider, where the attacker was able to access the sensitive data while the data is still being under computations. So the best solution was to avoid this data to be accessible from any unauthorized processes. It could be achieved by making use of Intel SGX hardware that creates a secure vault that can only be accessed by authorized processes, and further preventing unauthorized processes from accessing it. It does so by creating a protected region within memory and granting process an authorized status so that only that authorized process can access this protected region within the memory. It acts like a secure vault. And whenever the computation has been finished, as soon as the data is being pushed off the CPU, it is encrypted. So only be able to decrypt within the secure memory, which is accessed by an authorized process. Once it's done, it is encrypted again and pushed off the CPU, so that there is no window for the hacker to make use of the data, like access the data. So this is the brief slide which speaks about how data is protected in all the three life cycles: when data is at rest, when data is in transit, when data is in use. And then it briefly talks about the architecture of the SGX hardware. And then moving on to what are the use cases of this product and who were the audience of the event. Primary audience for the event were based around the use cases of the product, because this event also served as the marketing event to attract potential customers with applicable use cases within this industry. An example was that there were some users who were looking for secure computing techniques while running machine learning algorithms on sensitive data such as bank data or patient related data or drug discovery data, drug cell combination, molecular combination data to find new drugs for disease. So one quick brief overview: fraud detection. Like when we consolidate data from multiple banks, even if there is a single bank, the data is sensitive. But if there are multiple banks, there is more liability. So more data, more customers' data is at risk, more sensitive information. So fraud detection is one good example where the data from multiple banks is consolidated together, machine learning algorithms are run, and then the the end result of the machine algorithm is running the machine learning algorithms achieved. But the primary agenda is how do you keep the data secure, which the product offers. Similarly, when you're discovering a new drug, and moving on to how my how did I feel about this networking event and what was my experience. The technical event showed us how data can be successfully protected in the full life cycle of the data, which is at rest, in motion, which is and when it's being used. All the participants and hosts were very friendly, encouraged to ask questions. They were like generous enough to help understand if something was not completely understood by. And I actually found very helpful to find the host of this event, who was Ozgan Topgul, to talk to him and express my interest. And he was happy to show his interest in further guiding me in the field of cybersecurity. And I was very glad to make professional connections with such experts in the field and take some guidance from them. So this event was like very closely aligned with cybersecurity, because data is always at risk. uh, New sophisticated ways have been devised to make data breaches by hackers, but how do you overcome those hurdles and challenges, and how do you secure your data, leaving no open windows for hackers to have access to the sensitive data and cause breaches such as what happened with Anthem and Life Labs. That's it. Thank you so much for your time.